right, so hey, so this is going to be a flow where we're actually going to use blocks. If you have them, they're going to be super useful. I'm going to pretty much use them the entire time, but if you don't have them, just don't use them. Again, they're not necessary. The way we're going to use our blocks is just an extension of our hands to give our wrists a break. So you can latch onto the blocks at the second height and kind of use your fingers to curl over the edges if that feels good to you, or you can plant your palms flat on the first height. So again, either the second or the first height. If you have those heavier blocks, second height is going to work really well. If it's super wobbly, first height is going to be as far as you're going to want to go. And if you don't have blocks, no big deal. Just do everything we're doing without blocks. The blocks, as you see, as we move through, especially as belly gets bigger, are just going to make your arms longer and give you more space to step through. So when I'm stepping through, because I have the blocks and I have more space, it's easier for me. I might not give you the modifications every time, but if you need to put one knee down, wiggle your foot through, slow everything down to step through, do that instead. Okay, cool. Let's get started. So we will just start, let's start blocks, second height, hands on blocks, child's pose, our classic. Settle yourself down. Right away, fingers can drip off of the edges if that feels good. If two blocks, the second height rather feels too height, flip it down to the first height, use that. Or if you're not using blocks, just hands extended wide. Just breathe in. And just breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let those shoulders soften. Relax your jaw again. Breath in. One through the nose this time. Breathe out. Good. As you breathe in this time, start to get more active. So start to press your palms down into the ground or to the blocks. Pull your belly in, lift your head up off of the ground. So now you're a lot more active. Start to push your head forward, reach your butt bones back, feel your spine get a little bit longer, a little bit more spacious. Keep engaging that belly up and those hip bones forward. One more breath in. Exhale, let that go. Good. Gently draw yourself up to all fours. And again, you're welcome to work on the second height or the first height, whatever feels better for you. Blocks are just going to come underneath the hands. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Or again, hands are just on the ground if that's where you are. You'll find cat-cows here. Inhale, eyes high, belly drops. Give yourself some rocks forward and back or side to side. Good. Exhale, chin to chest. Just dive into that cat. Let it be really deep in the upper back, shallow in the mid and low back. Inhale. Exhale. Just let this feel good. Start to move at your own pace. Doesn't have to be my pace. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Perfect. Come back to all fours. Again, you're on the blocks. Go ahead and take a nice grab onto the block. If you're using the second height or if you're using the first height, again, you're going to flip it down and just plant the palms flat. Fingers can, that first knuckle can kind of drip over the edges if that feels stable to you. Arms, as always, are just shoulder width distance. You're going to flip the toes down. Take the weight towards those fingertips, so towards the front of the block. Lift your knees up to hover. Push, butt bones back, heart forward, belly up. Just breathe for 3. Squeeze your elbows towards each other for 2. And then 1, downward facing dog, hips go high. So right away you're using the blocks. As always, you're going to press the blocks forward and really give them weight. If you need to take little walks side to side, do that. If you need to shake out your head, do that. Already maybe you're feeling it's a little deeper in the shoulders, or maybe it feels a little more open in the shoulders. Just let it feel good. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. One more here. Breath in. Breath out. Perfect. You're going to shift forward to a high plank. So slowly draw yourself forward. Good. If you down right away, go for it. Just keep dragging your hip bones up. Your gaze forward and your chest is wide wherever. Exhale back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, forward high plank. Let the shoulders warm up. Downward facing. Inhale, forward high plank. Exhale, downward. Almost there. Inhale, forward high plank. Exhale, downward facing. Perfect. Bend your knees. Gaze forward to those blocks. Waddle yourself all the way up. I'm going to flip my blocks up to their highest height. That's where I like them, but keep them where you want them. You'll find a nice long halfway lift, super familiar at this point. Press through your butt bones, lengthen through your head. Drag hip bones forward, belly up, strong in the spine. Exhale, fold forward and down. Again, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last one here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Flip your blocks to their second height, or perhaps keep them at the third. You'll step the right foot forward just a little bit, so when you step back in space, you're still on your mat. And at this point, if belly is really in the way, you can put your right hand inside of your right foot if you need that really wide low lunge shape, which is kind of what I need at this point in time. Take a moment and just rock yourself forward and back, forward and back. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Send the heart more forward, engage the hip bones up. Breath in. And breath out. Good. You're simply going to step back in space to a high plank. Breathe in. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Nice and simple. Breath out. Inhale, gaze forward, soft knees, waddle all the way up to the top of your mat. Flip those blocks up if you need. Just one half lift this time. Exhale, fold. Block shift if you need. You'll step back with your right foot, finding a wide low lunge if you need. Left hand can come inside or stay outside. If you need room for belly, move it inside. Give it a moment just to rock and move. Good. And then get strong in the right leg, long through the chest. Breathe in. Soften the shoulders, breathe out. One more breath in this time. Step back, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in. Push down into those blocks, breathe out. Let's start to flow. Inhale, right leg is going to go nice and high into the sky. You're going to bend your knee. The block should give you enough space to step all the way through into that low lunge shape. So step right forward. Widen your chest. Breathe in. Settle your right. Breathe out. Good. Bend the left knee. Step it as far forward as you need. Crescent lunge. Lift yourself all the way up. Big breath in. Drag the hip bones down. Settle the ribs. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in. And out. Good. Inhale here. Get a little lighter. Lift up. Exhale. Just spin open. Warrior two. Nice and spacious. Gaze can be over the right fingers. It can be a little less than that. It can be all the way sideways. Roll your shoulders down your back. And again, pick that baby up. Draw the belly button towards the spine and the hip bones up, making a lot of space. Last breath in. Sit a little deeper. Flip your right palm up, reverse warrior. Lift up to stretch back. So again, make it about the up. The back will happen eventually. Lift up, soften the right shoulder. Breathe out. Keep that right knee deeply bent. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Breath in. Good. Breath out. Come down. Low lunge shape. Hands right onto your blocks. You step back to a high plank. Back to a downward facing dog. Breathe. Breath in. Breath out. Breathe in. Press into those blocks. Breathe out. Let's do our other side. Drop into the right foot. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, big step through, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. So shift forward. Drop the weight and stand yourself all the way up. Let it wobble, let it wiggle, and then take the head up as you drop the butt bones down in space. Pull that right hip forward. Drag those hip bones up. Keep that baby supported. Breath in. Breath out. Energize through the right heel. Last one. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Get really light. Breathe in. As you breathe out, spin open. Warrior two. Take up a lot of space, so rearrange the feet as you need. Left toe straight forward. Knee and ankle in one line. Wide chest. Breath in. Settle. Right hip down. Breathe out. Left palm flips up. Inhale. Reverse warrior. Lift up in space. Keep breathing. Drag that left hip bone away from the left thigh. Good. Last round. Breath in. Exhale, hands down, low lunge. Step right back to a high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. We're going to pick up the pace a little, add on just a tiny little bit. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, big step through low lunge. Inhale, crescent, lift everything up. Exhale, warrior two. Settle the hip. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands down, low lunge. Inhale, step back to a high plank. This time, shift forward, knees down, wide chest. Breathe in. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend and lower. Chest is wide the whole time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend and lower. Inhale, lift, maybe all the way up to that high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Slow the breath as you breathe out. Left side, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, big step, low lunge. Inhale, crescent, press to lift up. Exhale, warrior two, spin open, cut that right hip forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Ooh, exhale, hands down, low lunge. Inhale, step back, high plank, shift, knees down, wide chest, breathe in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, pull that belly up as you go down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, lift and lengthen, maybe all the way to the high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. We're doing it. Breath in. Sigh it out. Last time through. Yes, you can. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Little change here. Exhale, back to your warrior two. This time, lift all the way up to a star. So straighten your arms and legs. Flip your right toes forward. Now they match your left, so you can see. You'll tee out your arms, pick the baby up, widen your chest, bend your knees, hinge forward and down. Let this feel really nice. If you want to block underneath your head at any height, underneath your arms at any height, go for it. At this point in time, it might feel really nice to keep that long, flat spine and stay really lifted so you're squeezing everything in, or it might feel nice just to melt yourself down. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Fingers are on the floor, you're using your blocks. You're going to wiggle your feet in towards each other, heel toe them in, and just take a nice deep seat down into your frog squat, where we love to land. Again, block can always go underneath your butt bones if you need. Elbows, chest, everything's wide. If you like to play or have any variations, you want to do those, go for it. Otherwise, just stay and breathe. Keep thinking of heels squeezing in so you're not sinking and releasing, you're pulling everything in. Good, one more breath in. Breath out. Hands come down, hips go high, flip your toes forward, wiggle those feet wide, take your blocks with you, turn yourself all the way back around to your low lunge. Step back into a high plank, shift, knees come down, blocks will have to lower, probably to that second height, maybe that first height, wide chest, bend your elbows lower, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, inhale, lift, belly up, legs strong, exhale, downward facing dog. That was awesome. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, crescent, press and lift. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Here's our change, straighten everything out. Flip the left toes forward, tee out your arms. So drop your tailbone down, lift your heart up, Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Melt yourself all the way down. There you go. Grab your blocks if you need them, hands on the ground, whatever feels good to you. You can hang out here. You can chill out, you can do twists, really anything that feels nice. Or keep it really active. Keep it really wide, really long, really strong. And if legs feel like they're too far apart, they are. Walk them in so you have a little more control. If you're feeling really tight, maybe legs go a little wider. Breath in. Breath out.
Breath in. Let everything slow down here. Breath out. Good. Find a nice long half lift if you aren't there already. Wiggle heel toe until you can bend your knees deeply and find that frog squat. Need to come in a little more. Elbows inside of knees, heart is wide. Again, we're not sagging, we're trying to lift and expand. Pull the hip bones up, widen your chest and just breathe. Good. Hands come down, head goes down, hips go high. Inhale, find that half lift. Blocks are going to come with you. Walk all the way around. Low lunge at the top of your mat. Step yourself back to a high plank. Shift forward, knees down. Blocks lower if they were super high. Wide chest. Breathe in. Exhale, bend your elbows. Go. Last time we're here. Inhale, lift. Chest is wide. Belly up, lower. Inhale, lift. Chest wide. Belly up. Notice if the head's craning. Pull it back up. Good. Inhale, lift. High plank, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in here. Take a full breath out. Good. Shift forward, settle your knees down. Awesome. Some cat-cows here, either blocks or not. Inhale, eyes high, belly drops. Rock and shake if you need. Exhale, round into your cow. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Walk your knees back just a little bit. Flip your blocks down. Probably the first height is going to feel best for most of us. You're going to settle your forearms onto those blocks so your hands can just melt off of the edge. Walk your hips back as much as you need just to sink your forehead down. So arms don't have to be straight or active by any means. You might want to the arms around and see what feels good to you. And again, as always, if those blocks feel like too much, they are. But just let baby drop here. Let belly hang. Notice if your toes came in towards each other, widen them again. Good. It's as if you're trying to energize your shins down. They won't actually go down very far, but that's what we're thinking. And if you're really open, maybe forehead feels good, or maybe mouth feels good, or maybe you can get your chin all the way down. That's up to you. Just let the chest release a little. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Last one. Breath in. And breath out. Good. Gently walk your hands back onto your blocks or to the ground. Shift your knees forward. Take yourself all the way down to a seat. Whew. Tough stuff is done. We're done on our feet, I promise. So let's do a little stretch for our hips. We'll do a double pigeon pose. So if you know how to get into it, you can just slip yourself in. Otherwise, hands will go behind you. I'll show you this way. You'll plant both feet down. Right ankle will cross up over top of your left thigh. You're going to wiggle your left foot all the way over, press yourself forward, and sit. So you probably have enough mobility to do this at this point because the body's opening. I feel really tight today, but the joints are still open. That happens a lot in pregnancy. I feel like my joints could open, but the muscles are still tight around them. That's kind of where I'm at. So if doing this doesn't make any sense, just keep your right leg where it is and extend your left leg long. Everything else is the same. The stretch is the same. This is just a variation. So if you're in the full expression, maybe you're here like this, just sitting upright feels like enough. I like blocks underneath my hands just to allow myself to sit upright, or you can just relax your hands onto the ground. If you want more sensation, flex your feet. If this feels good, stay. Or if you want even more sensation, you can walk your blocks or just your hands forward. I like a long flat spine as baby is getting bigger and belly is getting bigger. Or if you want a gentle round to the spine, that works for me as well. Whatever makes you the most comfortable. Good. We have about 4 deep rounds of breath here. Right away, you're in the hip, the outer hip. You can feel it, I'm sure. So see if you can just let the hip creases soften. Maybe the eyes even close. And know that a lot comes up when you're in your hips. Let it just come up and out. It's normal for this one to get pretty intense. Good. Breath in. And out. Good. Slowly walk yourself back up to a seat. Gently release your legs. Nice little shake. Let's do the other side. Feet flat. Left ankle crosses your right thigh. You wiggle that right foot over. Drop it down, stack everything up so shins are stacked. If you need it, you extend the right leg long. If not, stay where you are. Let the side be as different as it needs to be. Maybe it's active, maybe it's passive, maybe you're shifting, maybe you're staying. And right away, drop in and breathe. Last round in. Last round out. Good. Roll yourself up to a seat. Gently release your legs. Give them a nice little shake out. Good. Comfortable seat. For me, I'm going to have the feet touch, the knees open. Fix the pants. Whew. Sit up nice and tall. Any movement that you need to settle in, do that. Press your butt bones down wide through your chest. Close your eyes. Feel longer in the back of your body. Just breathe in. Just breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good, and just seal your lips. Breath in through your nose. Breath out through your nose. Hands come up to your heart space. Thumb touch your sternum. Breath in. Breath out. Chin towards your chest. Bow down. Take a moment. Slow down. Thank yourself for giving yourself the time. Working it out from the inside out. Last breath in. Last breath out. And that's it. I hope you had fun playing with your blocks. I hope they worked out for you. Keep playing with them. They're an awesome thing to use as you move through your pregnancy. And if you didn't have blocks, hope it felt good either way. That's it. I will see you later. Bye.